Today on Commander Rumble, we have Nathan playing Liesa Shroud of Dusk, Jace is on Tovolar Dire Overlord, Golden is running Alela Cunning Conqueror, and Ty is running Shelob Shroud of Ungoliant. Who is going to become the victor on today's episode? Find out.
Sorry, draw for turn, snow cover plane. Pass.
Draw. I'm going to play an Arid Mesa, and I'm going to go ahead and sacrifice it to go grab one of the lands that comes in tapped. It doesn't really matter which one. It'll be Highland Forest, and that's the end of my turn.
Draw a card. I will just play Swamp Pass.
Upkeep draw. I will too play a swamp. And then pass.
Draw for turn, snow covered swamp, tapping for 2, and drop it. Pass.
I will play a forest, and then I'm going to tap for 2, and I'll play a Pack Song Pup. At the beginning of combat on my turn, if I control a wolf or another wolf or werewolf, I put a +1/+1 counter on it, and then when it dies, I can gain life equal to its power. So I will pass.
Draw a card. I will play Island and pass.
Upkeep draw. Play Exotic Orchard as land for turn. And then I will pay 2. And I will cast Arcane Signet. I can tap it and add 1 mana of any color in my commander's identity. And then I will pass.
Untap, draw, and snow covered plains. Solemn Simulacrum, and I'll pass on that.
I will untap and draw, and then I'm going to play a Besage You as my land for turn, and then I'm going to go ahead and tap 3 to get my commander, and pass.
I will draw a card. I will play Choked Estuary, revealing the swamp, and then I will cast Keegwell, Duke of Splendor, Flying Death Touch, Fairy Lord, and then when a fairy dies, I lose a life and draw a card. That's my turn.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. I'll play an Undergrow Stadium. Undergrow Stadium enters the battlefield tapped unless I have 2 or more opponents. And then I'll pay 3, 1 green. I will cast Dryad of the Elysian Grove. He's an enchantment creature, and I may play an additional land on each of my turns, and lands I control are every basic land type in addition to other types. I will move to second main. I will play a Deathcap Glade, and then I will tap 2, and I will cast Blood Artist. Whenever Blood Artist or another creature dies, target player loses 1 life, and I gain 1 life, and then I will pass turn.
Draw, snow covered plains, tap for my commander, bring my commander out, Liesa. Rather than pay 2 for each previous time that you've cast a spell from the command zone this turn, pay 2 life that many times. It has flying lifelink. Whenever a player casts a spell, they lose 2 life. Pass on that.
Alright, untap, upkeep, pay 2, I'll lose the 2 life, and I'll play Mayor of Avabrook. Go to combat, I get the counter on the Pack Song Pup. It's really not a great attacker though. So I am just going to pass the turn.
I will untap. Draw a card. I will play an island, and then I will cast Commander. I'll pass.
Untap, upkeep, and draw. The only land I have in here right now is a bog. So I'll bog that land. Normally you'd want to play it a lot later in the game.
Yeah. Sometimes you do what you gotta do though.
Yeah, just gotta do it. I'm gonna pay 3 green. Dryad of the Elysian Grove lets me tap any mana for any color, and I will play Circle of Dreams Druid. I can tap and add 1 green mana for each creature I control, and it is a 2/1. And then I'll lose 2 life. And then pass.
Untap, draw, go ahead, tap 2 black, sign in blood, so I'll lose 4 and target myself, draw 2. I'll draw 2. Tap 2, Suture Priest, whenever another creature enters the battlefield under my control, I gain 1 life. Whenever a creature enters the battlefield under an opponent's control, that player may have that player lose 1 life. And I'll lose. We'll just pass.
Untap, upkeep. So I do have 3 or more. So that does have Tovolar do the thing. Transform. Tovolar is the only one transforms. And draw a card. I'll play a Spire Guardian as my land. Tap for 4, take the 2 damage for casting my spell. I'll play Huntmaster of the Fells. Whenever it enters the battlefield or transforms, I create a 2/2 wolf, and then I gain 2 life. So I'll gain back that 2 life I lost.
And then lose 2 for 2 creatures entering the battlefield with Suture Priest.
I just kidding. I'll stay where I was.
Sorry. Suture Priest is okay.
He's okay.
It's kind of sucked for my deck.
I know.
It's
I
actually
felt
kinda
so
sucked for
bad.
Probably all of us actually, because Layla's a
know.
tribal deck. I'm a
Yeah,
tribal
he's
deck.
playing. I'm a tribal deck.
If we want to make it,
I will just hang back and pass a turn.
We'll play a swamp, and I'll play a Wayfarer's Bubble, and then I'll pass.
Tap, upkeep, and draw. I'm gonna pay 6. Okay, Shelob. Shelob is a Death Touch, Ward 2. Other spiders I control have Death Touch and Ward 2, and whenever another creature dealt damage this turn from a spider I control dies, I create a token that's a copy of that creature, except it's a food token copy. I can sack it with pay 2 and gain 3 life. But it does make a food token copy of every creature that my spiders kill. So say I kill something, I essentially get a food token with all of its abilities.
Alright, well, with that on the stack, I will respond.
Yes.
I will play a Frantic Search.
Uh,
So I'll lose 2,
Yeah,
and then
you
I'll
both
lose a third
2
one.
for the cast.
I'll lose a third one because I'll make my fairy on cast, which will lose me another life.
Yep.
so I would lose 3 technically since it's a creature
Correct.
as well. So 1
Yeah,
more.
I got the 3. I will draw 2, and I will discard 2. Reconnaissance mission and a swamp, and then I'll untap these lands,
And then
that can happen. Yes.
Okay. And then I'm gonna tap Circle of Dreams Druid for 4 green, and I'll cast Arasta of the Endless Web. Arasta is a legendary enchantment creature. She has reach, and whenever an opponent casts an instant or sorcery spell, I create a
Oh,
1/2
God.
green spider creature token with reach.
This is
She's a
not
3/5.
not the ideal table, it seems, huh? For the fairy instant tribal deck.
Yeah. And then you lose more life for Arasta.
Yeah, and I'll pay 2. And then-
3.
3.
3
And then another
Suture
one for the creature.
Yes.
Alright.
I will pass.
You don't even have to attack.
Alright.
You just let us play our decks and we'll kill ourselves.
Draw. I'll play a Snow-Covered Swamp, play Sanguine Bond, and then lose 2. And then on top of that, I'll cast 2, do 2 more, and just lose 4 Blood Artist. And then gain 1 back, so I lose 3.
Blood Artist buddies, yeah.
Oh god.
Whenever you gain life, target opponent loses that much life. We'll do Jace. We'll just swing at you, Ty, in the air for Liesa. 5.
Cool. I'll block her with a 3/5 Death Touch Spider,
Oh fuck, that's right. Derp.
and I will create a copy of Liesa now.
Oh, no.
Whenever you
This is what I
get
get. Fucking paying attention. All right.
So you have a Liesa now.
I do. She's wrapped up in them webs.
I'll gain 5 from the life link. Whenever I gain life, I'll have now Ty lose 5, and then I will pass my turn.
Untap. Let's draw turn. Here we go. So it is daytime. So we'll just play the Pain Train game today. Let's play Cinder Vines. I'll take 2 from... Do you have the Liesa presently, or it's just a food token?
Yeah, it's still there because it has the abilities, but it's
Okay.
just
It
not
has
a
the
creature.
abilities. It's just infinitely harder to get rid of now.
Yeah.
It's just an artifact.
Then I'll pay 2 more, and I'll take 2 more from the Liesa to play a Kessig Naturalist. Go to combat. The Pack Song gets a 3rd counter. I mean, I might as well send the Pack Song somewhere. I'm gonna send my Pack Song pup over at Golden for 3. 4. Sorry, it's a 4/4.
Okay. The 4/4. In response, I'll pay 2. I'll play Quickling, so I'll lose 2, and then a 3rd one for making this fairy. I guess I'll return this fairy to my hand, which it'll go away. And then I'll block the pup with my token and Alela.
How big is Alela?
3/5.
So 4 total damage. All right, so the pup dies. When the pup dies,
All the fairies get +1.
yeah, but
+1.
is enough to
So
kill the
these
pup
two.
though.
Yeah.
So when the pup
And then this
dies,
fairy will
I
die.
gain life equal to its power, so I will gain 4.
Okay, so the rogue will
There's-
die.
2 blood artist triggers.
There's 4 blood artist triggers.
4.
Oh yeah, that's right. 4. Yeah.
I will lose 1 regardless from Tigwell, and I'll draw a card.
I'll ping Chase for 4.
I'll do tie for 4.
Man.
And then I'm going to pass the turn.
Killed him.
Well, then he has his Sanguine Bond.
Oh, that's true.
Oh shit.
Someone else for 4.
We'll just do it at Jace.
And then at your end step, I will just use this bubble. And then we'll go to my turn. I'll untap, draw. I'll play Secluded Glen. I have to reveal a fairy card. I'll reveal fairy formation. I guess I will attack our favorite villain. I will attack Nathan for 6 in the air. There'll also be night now, I believe.
Yeah, I'm gonna miss that trigger every time. Like, that's such a weird thing to try to remember. And then the constant flipping back and forth of the cards. It's not gonna stay night, most likely. But
What's up? Upkeep and draw. I'll tap Circle of Dreams Druid for 4. And then I'm going to cast Regal Force. Draw a card for each green creature I control. That'll be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I'm going to... I'll pay 2 sacrifice. And gain 3 life. So pay 2, gain 3. Pay 1 Exotic Orchard, and then cast Elvish Mystic.
That'll lose you a life from the priest.
And I will pass turn.
At your end step before his turn ends, I will cast a Brainstorm.
when you cast Brainstorm, you lose 1 life from Cinder Vines.
Yeah, and I'll lose another for the creature entering.
Untap. Well, we'll just get my commander back out. So I'll lose 2 life for paying her cost.
I guess in response to her, so I don't lose 2 life.
Yep.
I will just play Opt.
You'll lose 1 life from Cinder Vines.
Hey, that's better than 4,
Yes, it is.
because I still lose 1 for this creature entering. I'll know what my card is, I'm just going to draw that card.
Suture Priest will trigger, gain a life. Sanguine Bond will trigger. Tie, lose a life. And I think I'll hold there.
I will untap. I'll play a Verdant Catacombs. I'll go ahead and crack it now. Go getting one of the other lands that comes in tapped. Ridgeline is the wooded Ridgeline is the land. I am going to just pass for right now.
I won't tap. Draw a card. I'll send Tigwell and the Quickling and Nathan.
Okay.
And these 1 rogue will attack both Jace and Ty.
Yeah, I'll just block out the Liesa, the 2/2 quickly.
Okay.
Gain
Those
5.
will die. I'll draw a card and lose a life.
And then the creature dying triggers.
And I'll trigger both of your Blood Artists.
Blood Artists.
We ping Nathan for 1.
I'll ping Tie for 1.
That's what I think.
I wish I could split up this 5 damage too from Sanguine Bond. Lifelink. We'll just do Tie again just to even it out between you 3.
And then I will just pass.
Untap. Upkeep and draw. So, Golden.
So,
I do have a proposition for you.
okay.
I'm gonna pay this 2 here mana and cast Wishclaw Talisman. If I pass it to you, will you
Yes.
pass it back to me? Bet. I'm gonna crack it, pay 1, pass Wishclaw, get a golden.
Hold on, you take a damage from Cinder Vines.
And 2 from Liesa.
Oh my god, I've been forgetting about the other half of Alela this whole game. Okay. It's fine.
6.
Able to go to creatures. I just forgot that she does that.
I'm gonna tap Circle of Dreams for 6 mana and 2 extra. I'm gonna play the Last March of the Ents. The spell cannot be countered. I draw cards equal to the greatest toughness among creatures I control, then put any number of creature cards from my hand onto the battlefield. So these will not be cast triggers, they will be put into the battlefield.
Okay.
You
I
do
guess
lose
in
a damage
response-
though off the cast from Cinder Vines.
And then 2 more
Yes.
from that.
I will play Beast Whisper. Whenever I cast a creature spell, draw a card.
So you lose
Play a
1.
Realm Walker, choosing spiders. It's a changeling. It's every creature type. As Realmwalker enters the battlefield, I choose a creature type. Spiders. You may look at the top card of my library. I may look at the top card of my library at any time, and then I may cast creature spells of the chosen type from the top. And then I will play Finn the Fangbear. It's a 1/3 Death Touch. Whenever a creature I control with Death Touch deals combat damage to a player, that player gets 2 poison counters.
So you lose. You lose a life for each creature that enters.
From Suture.
Okay,
So
so
3 so far. I'm assuming you have more in your hand.
I do not. But it's okay, because I can play 2 lands for turn. And I'm going to force Shelob to fight your Suture Priest.
Okay.
I'm going to cast Epic Confrontation. Target creature I control gets +1/+2 until the end of turn, and it fights target
Fights a
creature I
creature.
don't control.
You lose a life from Cindervines.
And then losing 2 from Liesa as well.
You might just die trying to have your stuff.
Trying to get it. It's fun.
So Blood Artist will trigger.
I'm going to ping you for 1.
Okay. I'll ping you back for 1 and then gain 1, then ping you again for another 1.
So you'll lose 1, I think, total.
Yep. And I won't gain anything.
I think I'm just going to swing Shelob over at Nathan.
Okay. Other than Death Touch, right?
Death Touch Ward 2.
Black was Solemn. I'll ping Golden for 1 on the Blood Artist.
Okay, I'll
And then
ping Chase for
gain-
1.
And I'll gain 1 and then ping another 1 at Golden.
Now his food is a food and a clue, because he'll draw a card and gain 3 life from the solemn clue dying. Or solemn food dying.
Nice.
Excellent.
Which I will do that. I'm going to go ahead and pay 2. And sack that. Draw a card and gain 3 life. I'm going to go ahead and discard down to 7. Discard Greater Good.
Untap. Draw. Go ahead and just play a Snow-Covered Swamp. Pay 2 white. Daxos Blessed by the Sun. Daxos toughness is equal to the devotion to white. Whenever a creature you control enters the battlefield or dies, you gain 1 life. Lose 2 life from my own Liesa trigger. And I will pay 3, and can't pronounce his first name, but it's Bloodsucker. Whenever a creature you control with toughness 4 or greater dies, each opponent loses 2 life and you gain 2 life. So I'll lose 2 life from the Liesa trigger. Gain a life for a creature entering the battlefield. Sanguine Blood triggers. Shooting a life at Jace. Pass on that, I think, and not do anything.
Okay.
I think I got all my triggers.
Untap. Everything's gonna transform, but it's really not gonna matter because I'm not attacking, so I'm not gonna bother unsleeving all my shit. I'll pay 2 to play an Arcane Signet, and I'll take 2 off of whatever Liesa.
It's going to happen on your end step. I'm Psych Rifting.
You lose 1 from Cindervines.
I'll lose 3. Yes.
Okay, in response to that, Teferi's protection, right?
I am gonna respond.
Okay.
I'll pay 3, and I will Krosan Grip the Sanguine Bond to destroy it.
Okay.
I'll
Well, that's
take 2 off of Liesa.
Sorry, Jace, you'll have to discard.
Yeah, I have to
Unless you
discard
have more
a
than 6.
card. I'll discard a Pyroblast. It's kind of a dead card here.
You want to counter the Psych Rift?
No, not really,
Okay.
because the Psych Rift was, well,
I was gonna kill Nathan on my turn,
I'm okay.
and then you
I didn't know
switched.
he had. Oh, I'm stupid. I'll draw a card. I'll play Shadow Puppeteers. 7 mana, 4/4. Flying Ward 2. Enters, I make 2 tokens. And then when a creature with flying attacks, it becomes a 4/4 red dragon in addition to its other types. I think I will just pass then.
Did you pop Wishclaw on your turn?
It's in your hand.
Oh,
Wait, is it?
is it? No, it's not.
Oh.
You control it.
Oh, I guess I will use the Wishclaw Talisman.
And cast Garruk's Uprising. When this enchantment enters the battlefield, I may draw. If I control a creature with power 4 or greater, I can draw a card, and then whenever a creature with power 4 or greater enters the battlefield under my control, I draw a card, and then creatures I control have trample. Pay 1, cast Elvish Mystic. I guess I'll just pay 2, and then I'll cast Snare Spinner Spider. And I will crack Talisman, and I'll pass it back to Golden. It has no more wish counters on it though, so it cannot be used. I'm going to go Tutor. I'm gonna go grab a Reliquary Tower and play land for a turn. Play Blood Artist. Then after that, I think I'll pass.
Draw a black and a white. Cruel Celebrant. Whenever Cruel Celebrant or another creature or planeswalker you control dies, each opponent loses 1 life and you gain 1 life. Daxos is going to trigger gaining me a life. Lose 2 life. Liesa. 2 black and a white. And Archon of Emeria. Flying, each player can't cast more than 1 spell each turn on basic lands your opponents control. Enter the battlefield tapped. Lose 2 life from Liesa. And Daxos triggers for 1. Daxos' toughness is going to go up 2 more. So he's going to be a 2/6. Jace, I'll just swing 5 at you then. Lifelink.
Yep, I'll take 5.
Yeah, pass my turn.
Alright, untap, upkeep, and draw a card. I'll go ahead and play my Arcane Signet. I take 2 damage off Liesa, and I will pass.
Okay. I'm sorry, but I have to counter the Arcane Signet for a fairy.
It is countered.
I will use Force of Negation, exiling a misleading signpost.
You got it.
So I will lose 2 life.
And I'll pass.
I need the fairy token.
Hey, I get it.
There's no priest, right?
No.
That's gone, so I don't lose that life. Okay. So then I will untap, draw a card. I'll go to combat. Nathan.
Yep.
Army's coming in.
Hell yeah. Offline.
So they're all flying. They're all base 4/4s that get +1 from Tigwell. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 44
Ooh,
in the air.
I'm dead here.
coming like a wrecking ball.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, even if I block with my 1 flyer, I'm dead.
That'll be my turn though.
At your end step, I'm gonna pay 2 life, and I'm gonna cast Noxious Revival, returning Last March of the Ends to the top of my library.
I will Fierce Guardianship the Noxious Revival.
Draw a card. Play a Slitherboar Pathway. As land for turn. I'll pay 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And recast Shelob. And then when Shelob enters the battlefield, I'll draw a card. Didn't realize I had so many forests. Enter that swamp. And I'm gonna cast Lil Spider Queen. Oh no.
What does the Spider Queen do?
Lil Spider Queen is whenever a creature I control dies, put a loyalty counter on her, and then I can 0 her to draw a card and lose a life. Pay -3 her and create 2/1 black spider creature tokens with menace and reach. And then I get an emblem with whenever an opponent deals combat damage by 1 or more creatures you control. If that player lost less than 8 life this turn, they lose life equal to the difference. So if I do 1 damage to you, you lose 8. I'm gonna down tick her 3, so she's going to 1. And then I will create 2/1 spider creature tokens with menace and reach and death touch and ward 2. And then I'll pass.
At your end step, I will pay 4, and I will play Malleable Imposter, which enters. I'll get a fairy. I ran out of fairy tokens. Then I'll have it enter as a copy of Shelob.
Oh.
It doesn't target, so I don't have to pay ward.
Untap, upkeep, draw. Play a mountain. I'm not gonna be able
You should swing that at me and I'll block it with a 2/1 and I'll make another copy of Shelob at the 2/2. And then I'm gonna have ward 4.
I'll pay 3 to replay my commander. I'll play Cindervines again, and I'll play Kestic Naturalist. I can't really, I don't have any way to attack or anything, so I'm waiting to die to a horde of fairies. I will pass.
Yes, I will play Sign of Una at my end step.
Of course you will.
At your end step. Of course you will. I'm sorry.
Just kill us already. Do you really need more
I'm
fairies to
working
do
on
it?
I'm working on. I needed the pump to get through these
okay.
scooters, and then I will untap and go to my turn. Okay, I will send all the tokens at Ty. Send everything else at Jace.
I have nothing I can do about that shit.
How much damage is that?
So they attack. There is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. They're all 4/4s. They're all 6/6s from the 2 lords.
Let's game.
Hardcore dead.
Okay.
GG's.
Took like 2 extra turns to get there, but
Hey, you got
got
there.
there.
I could
You
have
countering
countered
that
the
last.
Psych Rift, but I figured if I counted the Psych Rift, all that really would have done was just mean that the game would have gone an extra turn. Like maybe we would have lost a quicker turn, but it wasn't gonna. We hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to give it a like, share it with your friends, subscribe to our channel, and ring that bell so you don't miss any of our upcoming content. This episode was brought to you by our friends at Dragon Shield. We will be giving away some of our Dragon Shield sleeves. Be sure to use our Dragon Shield affiliate link in the comments below when you make purchases from Dragon Shield. Every little bit of support helps our channel keep growing.